Made, everybody. Welcome to episode 0 of the Keyboard Interrupt podcast, where we talk about technology, culture, and everything in between. I am Bruce DeGuafu, your host, and I'm excited to launch this podcast today as an opportunity for us to break away from our phones, computers, and just listen to some stories within the tech industry. In this first episode, we're going to explore what the Keyboard Interrupt podcast means and what you can expect from future episodes on this podcast. For those of you who have been on Mare Mamani Tech's YouTube channel, you probably kind of know my story a little bit, but I kind of wanted to get into what this podcast is about, a little bit about myself, and the world of tech as it stands today. First, let's talk about the name Keyboard Interrupt Podcast. So, in computing, a keyboard interrupt basically is like a signal that sends an interruption to your computer to basically stop the program from its executing, right? Or while it's in execution, it cuts the program. In our context and usage here, it's an opportunity for me to sit down with guests that I've come across, met, networked with in order to sit down, take a step back from our lives on the computer or anything we're involved with technology and just share our stories. Also allows us to pause, rethink our approach to certain things, explore new technology that's emerging. Also, hopefully you can gain some insight into some career advice from some of these folks that'll be joining the Keyboard Interrupt podcast, gain a better insight into how they got started in tech, how you could possibly get started in tech as well, or if you're just interested in technology and how people work within the industry, this is a great opportunity for you as well. So, in coming episodes, we'll have guests from various fields within the tech industry. Some of them are Pacifica folks that I've been able to network with. I think one thing while getting into the tech industry, there weren't a lot of people that, like myself within like the classes or the spaces that I was working in. So, just opportunity to share our stories um, for those who are in different career fields that might be thinking to make a switch in their career field into technology, or for those younger generation that are trying to get into tech, right? So it's opportunity to hear some stories from many people that might have the same backgrounds as yourself. So again, a few topics that we'll probably be discussing is emerging tech, how folks are working on the tech, some side projects, things that these technologists are doing within the community, and it's an opportunity just to gain insight into how folks are learning as well within the tech. So guests that I'll be bringing on come from various levels and experience within the tech industry. So it'll be a good opportunity to just to gauge where people are at and how they're navigating the tech industry. Again, as an introduction, I'd like to hear from you guys, the community as well. So if you guys have any questions or comments about anything tech related, please throw them in the comments and we'll do our best to kind of answer those questions or bring on those guests that may have experience or are experts in these fields, right? So I myself have worked in various fields of technology, but I haven't worked in all of them. So the aim is to reach out to those people who may work in areas that I don't and kind of bring their knowledge and advice and insight into the podcast so that they can answer some of the questions that you, the community, has. Again, this podcast will be running side by side on my main channel, which is Made Mamani Tech. Also be putting it on different platforms, so like Spotify, Apple, and other areas that you may be listening to. So please give me time on that, but it'll for sure be on YouTube, on my main channel, Made Mamani Tech, in the podcast section. Again, thanks for joining me on this first episode, episode 0 of the Keyboard Interrupt podcast. If you guys are curious, please throw them in the comments. Any questions that you have. Again, give us a like and subscribe to the channel for more, as I'll be rolling out with more episodes of the Keyboard Dinner podcast. Again, thank you and enjoy the episodes. Malo. Tuo